Welcome to Modern Home Mastermind with beSpoke Brokers. I'm Shawna Glazier, designated broker and owner.
And I'm Brittainy Williamson, associate broker. Shawna and I are beSpoke real estate, but we're also your guides to modern luxury across the entire state of Arizona.
Each week we chat with masterminds shaping the modern spaces. Do you want to get a behind-the-scenes look at your design build team's processes? Well, open communication and teamwork will lead you to a successful project.
From architects to builders, designers, and more, let's explore the art of modern living together.
All right, welcome back, listeners. Have you ever heard of Desert Design Week? Well, if not, today's guest, Ruth Price, is here to tell us exactly what Desert Design Week is all about and how it has so quickly become the must-known event for creatives and design lovers alike.
That's right. We're so excited. Ruth is the visionary founder behind Desert Design Week, a semi-annual 10-day celebration of design, art, and architecture that has quickly become a staple in Scottsdale's creative scene. In addition to hosting Desert Design Week, Ruth is also a licensed real estate broker. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me and letting me share a little bit more about Desert Design Week.
Yeah, I'm just excited to get to know exactly what Desert Design Week is. I haven't attended one. I've heard about it over and over again. So, I think it's a perfect spot to start. Just tell the listeners, what is Desert Design Week?
It is a festival for designers, creatives, architects, the design-minded public, and it's a platform to showcase up-and-coming designers and creatives, as well as established voices, and really create community around a shared love for creativity.
We definitely need that here in the Valley of the Sun. What was your inspiration behind Desert Design Week?
I really wanted a way for people to be able to connect and, like I said, just have really this platform for creatives to showcase what they're doing. And I think the community aspect was so important to me when I first moved here. I just found that there really wasn't a lot of events that connected both the professional creative world with the public in more of a smaller, interesting way that really you get to know other people and meet new people that are like-minded. So I'm trying to create that with Desert Design Week.
Had you experienced something like that before? Where you lived before?
No. Well, I've experienced a lot more connection with the creative world, just because I lived in a little bit of a tighter knit city as far as density and just proximity to everything. But really, I'm sort of creating this from bits and pieces of inspiration that I've got from other events and just really what I felt like was really lacking for me in Phoenix.
Can you, so it's Desert Design Week, so it's an event that happens all week. How many events are there? What does it look like?
So the idea of it is that there's different activations throughout the city in this time period. So this coming one that we have for fall is October 8th through the 15th. And there are over 12 activations. So there's small events that people are hosting or larger events with bigger capacities. But the idea is that you can look at a calendar and really sort of build out your own itinerary based on what interests you.
And do you buy tickets individually, or can you have to buy it for the whole week? How does that work?
Hopefully someday I will have a week-long pass, but right now each event is individually priced. And this go around, because community is such a big focal point of this, I have a lot more free events thanks to generosity from some of our sponsors that are, I'm able to make a lot of free events for the public to come and not have to be able to experience art.
That's wonderful. So that part of it is free without.
Yeah. So I have a few free events. So it will be really nice that you still have to RSVP, but you don't have to buy a ton of tickets, and you can still experience community in a nice way without.
And I think you mentioned on our pre-podcast call that did you sell out last year, or have your events been selling out?
Most of the events last year, I shouldn't say most, all of the events that had limited capacity last year sold out pretty quickly.
So you're encouraged, if you're interested, to get online and get a ticket.
Yes.
And I heard a rumor that they opened this morning for your community, right?
Yes.
And then you're going to open them to the public when?
Tomorrow. So September
Okay.
11th.
Get on there.
Yes.
Yes.
which
Well, unfortunately,
fun.
this episode will air a week after that, so hopefully there's still some tickets left after that.
It is definitely something that's building. So I'm getting a lot more momentum as far as the interest list, and that's I do have the 12 events that I've launched with, but I am working on potentially adding a couple more events just in case there is some sellouts, that there will be enough tickets for everyone.
That's wonderful that you're thinking about that ahead of time.
Thank you.
I know that you sent us kind of a slide deck to kind of go through and talk about some of these events. Can you tell us kind of specifically about some of these different events that you have?
Yes, I just picked a few events that I thought would be interesting to highlight that your listeners and viewers would like.
And are these events that happened in previous Desert Design Weeks or are happening in the future ones, or
They are
both?
happening this October, so
Awesome.
there will be a
So just-
chance for everyone to come and experience some of these. And the full lineup is all online. But yeah, let's go through some of these. So the theme of this year is creative analog, and I really picked that because I feel like we're in such a digital world right now that I really want people to stop and slow down and really appreciate that human connection and just the handmade, the materiality of everything. So I do have a lot of art that is ceramics this go around because I feel like that really represents of that creative analog in a really tactical way. So one of the events I have is with Weisman Gale, which is a showroom experience built on a sensory idea. So there will be really beautiful food. There's going to be live music. They, of course, have an incredible showroom that's filled with a lot of very unique objects and antiques. So it's a great, it's called Night 1, which is the kickoff night for Desert Design Week. And really, it's just a fun get-together of just celebrating community art, architecture, and design. Another event I have is called Design Notes, and that is a conversation about design with Molly Kidd, who is an interior designer, and also Studio SGT, who is a bespoke furniture designer. So the idea of that event is really around just creating spaces that really span the test of time without the trends. So really incorporating antiques and bespoke items that really don't speak of this time. It's just creating a beautiful space without trends.
Timeless feel.
Yes, I know. I feel like the timeless word is so overused. I'm trying to figure out how to go around that.
But it
I
does
don't know,
describe
yeah.
it, right? I
It
mean, we
does,
use it
yes.
a lot to describe modern architecture, right?
Yeah.
Because it is so clean and
Yeah,
but
I know.
it is pretty
I
timeless.
haven't found another word, so for now I'm using timeless too. Another event I have, and this is actually one of the free events that I feel is a great community event. It's an event at Camelback Flower Shop, who I'm sure everyone knows
Yeah.
about.
Have you
them.
been in their shop?
I haven't.
It is fantastic.
It's
worth
so
going in
lovely.
there.
Yeah.
I get a lot of like closing gifts or flowers from there. Then you can just shop around. There's cute stuff.
You'll definitely have to come to this one. So it is actually a ceramics exhibition. I have two artists that have given me some gorgeous work. So they're installing it like an art show, but really styling around that with all of their beautiful stuff that they have in there and their florals. Let's see, what else do I have?
We can keep scrolling down,
Yeah.
guys. There we go.
Another one is with the Green Room Landscape Architecture that a lot of people know about them. They do incredible work.
I love their work.
Yeah, it's
Is
so
it Charlie? Who is it?
Charlie Ray.
Yeah.
And he's going to be talking about materiality and really designing with place in mind and how they approach their projects.
Okay.
And picking materials that really are appropriate to the site and to the space and the architecture.
just so important out here in the desert. And I think we've talked about before that landscape is sometimes the last thing people think of, or they just leave it out completely. And it's the one thing that's going to grow with your property, right?
Yes, I know. It's surprising like how many people don't think about really starting with the landscape architecture at the beginning as well.
We're saving enough in the budget for it.
Yeah.
It tends to be what gets cut first.
Well, and it tends to be the thing, though, that matures and actually gets better, whereas the property might, the finishes and things like that might be a little dated and not so timeless.
Yes.
But the landscape, right,
Timeless.
if it's done correctly and taken care of, it could get better with time.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's cool.
I'm very excited about that. And there's actually a pop-up experience with one of our sponsors there that's called Eco Outdoors. So Liza is their rep here, and she's going to be bringing some of their materials that the green room reuses a lot. And so it'll be a really nice, seamless presentation of gorgeous materials that people can use that are desert appropriate. And two other events that I have that I'm really excited about, the Frank Lloyd Wright Foundation. We are having two events at Taliesin West. One is Depth of Field, and that focuses on the Japanese art's influence on Frank Lloyd Wright. They actually have a collection of Japanese woodblock prints that he's collected when he spent time in Japan. So they're bringing those out of the vault. And these are not events that they normally offer. They're specifically done for Desert Design Week. And the other event is with just a look at modern art and his influence from that in his architecture. Another event is with Kaitlyn Wolfe, who is a designer here, as well as Newell Vintage, who is a vintage store here in town. So they're blending their love for vintage and creating a really fun experience around using vintage in design, as well as how you present yourself in the world with fashion. So I'm curious to see how they're going to blend those two together, but they're so talented, and together I think there's just like a powerhouse of cool vintage design. So that's actually another one of the free events. So it'll be nice to connect the community together. Kindred by Red Modern. Red Modern is a vintage store and showroom here in town, and I don't know if you both have been there.
I haven't actually ever heard of it.
either.
Red Modern?
He would definitely be one on your list
Yeah.
to.
Or I just want to see, is that a showroom?
Yeah, so he is a furniture dealer, and he specializes in vintage furniture, really much like iconic vintage furniture, really beautiful pieces. He is also coming up with a line of bespoke furniture that he has created called Kindred, and that's a preview of that is going to launch during Desert Design Week. So it'll be a really fun celebration.
That'd be great to check out.
But yeah,
And
Jonathan.
his name, what's his name?
Jonathan.
Okay.
He would 100% be an amazing guest because he is like an encyclopedia of knowledge about
I love it.
modern
Yeah.
vintage furniture.
I see Helen taking notes behind the scenes.
Right.
We're going to reach out to him.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah, I'd love to just go check out his stuff. Jonathan.
Red Modern, and the building is really cool. It's over almost like on Camelback and Central. So an albedo building that he's completely redone. So
Putting it on our calendar.
yes,
This is all so exciting. Like I'm really excited for all of these.
I hope you can make it to some of the events.
I think we can.
Oh,
for sure.
definitely.
And I just put-
I'm taking mental notes of what I want to go to for sure.
Art is such a big component of Desert Design Week, and there is art featured in most of these events. So there will be little art pop-ups where people can pick up original art at almost all of these events. So I just included some of the artists that will be featured. This is definitely not the full list, but Julie Moore's Scout Dunbar, who is actually out of Tucson, another artist that I've had a couple times at Desert Design Week, Ben Latham.
It's beautiful.
Nicole New is a ceramicist that makes these really beautiful organic shaped vessels, and also Sasha Court, who's new to Desert Design Week, but has incredible work. So I'm very excited to show her stuff.
How exciting.
So I want to go to everything.
I want to go.
Week long pass for you.
Yes. Are most of the events all in the evening?
They all over the place as
All over
far
the place.
as
Okay.
timing.
So, and on your website, we can find the calendar?
yes.
Okay. I wonder if you can tell us a little bit about like behind the scenes, like curating the events and the speakers. Like, how does that work for you? Do you want to talk at all about all the work that you put into this?
Yes, it is definitely a labor of love. I'm realizing I have to start earlier and earlier each year or each session or each edition as it keeps growing and as I'm adding more and more events. A lot of it is from people that are connecting me, probably like your podcast of like, hey, here's someone doing interesting work. I'm getting to the point where a lot of people are reaching out to me. So that's been really nice to be at that point where it doesn't take as much searching, and hopefully next year I'll have like a ton of submissions for ideas and artists and event hosts.
Is there a place on your website for people to submit?
Not yet, but I am making that as a note for sure. I'm realizing I'm trying to corral all the messages from DMs to emails to texts, and that is such a good idea. That I need to implement ASAP.
So is it just you planning this, or do you have a team of people that you're working with?
I do have some people that are helping me behind the scenes. I do have a PR person. Shout out to Elena.
We're familiar.
Yes. And I do have someone that helps me with some graphic design and a website person. And then the rest are, friends and the hosts and kind of putting it all together with the love of the community.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a full-time job that you're doing.
Yes, I'm realizing this. It's a labor of love that's full time.
Yeah.
Labor
Well, all right. We'd like to do a little rapid fire if you're ready.
Okay.
Just a couple of fun questions. What's your favorite architectural style?
Spanish style, I think, is probably one of my loves, and colonial houses, Dutch colonials. Yeah.
I actually love those too.
But I feel like for the desert, definitely Spanish style would be.
Yeah, Dutch colonial looks a little weird out here.
More appropriate, yes.
What is the best piece of advice you've ever been given?
Oh, gosh, that is definitely a hard one. Should have prepared me for that. That's okay.
That's why it's rapid fire.
I think one of them is definitely just like make a decision and don't second guess it. I'm very good at second guessing myself and sort of vacillating even after I've made a decision, whether or not it's the right decision. So I feel like I'm working on taking that advice and just and doing it.
Yeah.
So.
Good.
Great advice.
And I really like this question because I'm curious. Favorite way to unwind after a big event? What are you going to do after October 15th when everything is cooled down?
Well, I don't have a trip planned yet. I realized the last one that I was so exhausted that it would have just been a waste of time. So I'm probably going to go to a spa and just check myself in for the day.
Yeah. Unwind, relax at a spa.
Great. What is your favorite travel destination?
Definitely Europe. I'm a Europe girl. Anywhere really, but I love to travel. But if I was to stick with one place, it would definitely be Europe.
I love that.
Learn of art and culture. The whole Europe.
The whole continent. The whole continent. I do love Amsterdam. That's my favorite city that I do go to quite often. And I think that it feels like it's the most at home for me.
Oh, I love that.
Like laid back, organic.
Everybody on bicycles.
Not pretentious, yes.
All right. If you could describe Desert Design Week in one word, what would it be?
Community.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I feel like you've done a great job of creating a community out of thin air, and we all appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I really do.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for coming on our podcast. We are going to link all of your contact information in our show notes. But if you could tell our listeners the best place to find you.
DesertDesignWeek.com is the best place, and same for Instagram. It's the same handle, Desert Design Week, and I hope to see you all there.
All right, we will see you there.
Thank you.
All right, that's it for today's episode of Modern Home Mastermind. If you've enjoyed the show, please subscribe, like, and rate.
Thanks to our guest for sharing her insights, and to you for learning about everything modern with us.
And if you're ready to take the next step in your real estate journey, please reach out to us at beSpoke Real Estate. And until next time, keep living, loving everything modern.